I guess let's begin. So,
Okay.
hi Ayush, welcome to the First Draft Club.
Thank you, Jessica.
Welcome everyone else as well. I just introduced myself. Hi, my name is Jessica. I'm the social media manager of the Himalayan Writing Retreat, and I'll be talking to Ayush today from one digital marketer to another. So I hope you enjoy our conversation. Yeah. So let me just start by introducing Ayush and tell you guys a little bit about what Ayush does. So Ayush Pant, that's his full name. He's a digital marketing expert and the founder and the chief marketing officer of Aurelius Media, a renowned agency catering to authors, D2C, and product companies. He has over a decade of experience in the field, and he has collaborated with numerous published authors from prestigious publishers like Penguin Random House, HarperCollins, Riverhead Books, Bloomsbury. I mean, the list goes on. This guy is talented. So his work has resulted in several bestsellers, and his clients repeatedly break into the top 10 list on Amazon. And he will be teaching an online course at the Himalayan Writing Retreat on book marketing in July. So do check it out, guys. And that's Ayush for you. Ayush, was that enough bragging, or like should I boast a little bit?
I think maybe you said a little too much. Thank you so much, Jessica, for the conversation, for the introduction. I'm honored to be coming here and hosting this session for all of you guys at the Himalayan Writing Retreat. And yes, I'm the founder of the marketing agency Aurelius Media. And during the last several years, we have worked with several authors, and some of them have broken into the top 10 or the top 100 list in Amazon. And but I would say that the credit is not completely mine. Sometimes the books are also so well written, and sometimes like for example, in our agency, we are also a little selective with like who we work, because we want to make sure that the client or the authors that work with us are not disappointed. So I am an avid reader myself. I'm a book a week reader, so and reading is something which has been a part of my life for the last more than couple of decades. So like and thank you for the introduction.
You're welcome, Ayush. And may I just say, so humble, so humble. Sometimes books are also so well written कि अपने आप माँ के जो जाती है. But yeah, you're right. I mean, that's the magic of storytelling, right? I mean, you just enhance that magic. Yeah.
Absolutely. We can only elevate the marketing of something that already exists. So
Yes.
as marketers, our job is to basically that this book has come out, and eventually the content has to be good. And once like a book sells like a few thousand copies, then it kind of takes a life of its own. So I think the role of marketing agencies is to help authors, especially the first time published authors, sell the first few thousand of their copies of their books. And once they have sold the first few thousand copies, after that, hopefully the book will take the life of its own and you won't need us guys anymore. So that's always the goal that we work with.
Yeah. Well, way to be, right? That's the way to be for any author.
And this is the reason why I'm hosting the workshop with the Himalayan Writing Retreat as well. Because I sometimes feel that that maybe books, and authors, and sometimes it's not like very high margins, because it's cost conscious and things like all the time. So through my goal is to enable authors to learn some advanced techniques like of Amazon ads, of Facebook ads, of doing personal branding, on creating like, basic creatives, on learning the principles of like running advertising a bit of your own. So that should hopefully, set people towards a path of success for themselves.
Yes. Well, may you help more authors succeed and crack the top 10 Amazon list.
Hopefully,
Thank you.
thank you so much.
All right, let's get started. So my first question to you is, we'd like to know about your journey. Like, how did you get into digital marketing? That too for books, of all the career aspects and other choices available. What drew you to digital marketing for books is what we'd love to know.
Yes, Jessica, absolutely. So, what happened was like I'm a seasoned marketer. Like I have been working with Google Ads, Facebook Ads, like ever since they came out. And in my previous roles, like I have worked as manager marketing and then senior manager marketing. I've worked with product startups. I have worked with Fortune 100 and 500 companies in my previous jobs, and like I've worked with advertising agencies as director marketing, VP marketing, etc. So I've always had like a marketing background, and also like so like around 2016, like is the year when I started like Aurelius Media, and like we got our first client, which was an author, and that so sometimes like things happen, so this author was publishing a book in India, and the book had like a release in US as well, because the author had gotten a very good publishing deal with Penguin Random House in India and Riverhead in the US. So it was a good long-term sustainable contract for us, and the author was looking to hire somebody who is an expert with Facebook ads, and who knows like who has a creative team of designers and graphic designers and web developers, etc. Because one of the strategies that we were using, was to develop the mailing list of the authors, because the author himself recognized the importance of having a mailing list. So that's how like I started. That was my first job, like in terms of starting off with book marketing. And like in my agency, like we have like a mix of clients. So our clients like range from product startups. Our clients, some of our clients are also educational institutions, and of course, like the closest to my heart is like working with authors. So again, like as I said, we are a little selective in terms of the clients we work with, mainly not because we don't want to work more. It's mainly because we know that sometimes there could be lack of budget, sometimes there could be other country constraints, etc. So we do like market like few books a year. So depending on the resource availability, on my availability, etc. But yes, that's how we got started working with the first author. It was a Penguin Random House author, and then after that, the word kind of spread, and then through word of mouth marketing mostly, because the client of ours was so happy, so he referred couple more authors. He introduced us to the Penguin Random House people as well. So that's how like we started getting more referrals, etc. So it's been a quite an interesting journey, and like throughout the years, I think I have worked with numerous authors, like from with various publishing houses ranging from Bloomsbury, Rupa, Penguin Random House, HarperCollins, Riverhead, Times Now, Shrishti, and even like a few self-published authors as well. So that's how our journey has been, and that's how we got started with book marketing.
Wow, that's quite a journey. I mean, and you sound very passionate, and I get about the budget constraints, right? So that's the reality aspect of book marketing, as to being
Right,
able to
right.
do only some few books a year, but like really good ones, right? So that you really get the book out there. All right.
Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely. So again, it also is a matter of like we are a boutique agency, so we typically work with maybe 3 to 5 clients a month, sometimes at the max 6. So we don't have the capacity. So according to our capacity, if we have the bandwidth, then we work with the clients, which if our goals and priorities align, and if I feel personally that we can deliver value to them, because for us, that is the most important thing, that we should be able to deliver value, and that is again the reason behind this workshop as well, that so that I can reach out to more authors, and to hopefully show them that how we do it, and show them a little bit of behind the scenes stuff as well, on because a lot of, because see how the tech is moving right now is, a lot of things that we do can be done by the clients themselves, if they know if they have the right tools, and if they learn the right strategies, etc. Of course, there are a lot of things which you would require a professional expertise in, but I think maybe at least 80 to 90% of the things that we do hopefully can be taught, and that will be my attempt with the workshop as well.
Okay, that actually brings me to my next question. So for the benefit of the audience here today, can you share some digital marketing techniques or channels that you would consider must-haves for aspiring writers today?
So the channels, that the authors must have, would be where your target audience is. So for example, you should be present on the channels where your target audience is present. And these days, it's mostly Instagram. If we talk about social media, for some people, Twitter works. For some people, LinkedIn works. And and for some people, Amazon ads, of course, so they are very effective in terms of driving more conversion. So basically, I think, for authors, again, I have said this before also, and I think I wrote an article also for in the Himalayan Writing Retreat, the ultimate book marketing guide for authors. So I said this very clearly, that it is easy for someone who has a built-in audience to sell more books. So if you are somebody who has maybe 100K followers or 300K followers, so it's going to be relatively easier for you to market your book out there. And as a matter of fact, I had this discussion with one of my very good clients as well, who is a very well known, again, I'm not going to take any names here, but this person is a very well known figure in the literary world, and she already has a built-in audience of more than 300,000 people. So I think our suggestion to her was that, okay, that maybe you don't even need a publisher, you just self-publish your book, and then use your built-in audience, and I think we are going to proceed with that plan going forward with her. So again, few things are there which I definitely recommend to authors is if you can develop a mailing list, will be very good, because you have the highest ROI on the mailing list. So there are tools say ConvertKit. ConvertKit is a very good tool to have to host to develop your mailing list, or there's MailChimp, etc. But we prefer ConvertKit and some other tools. So I would say start off with uh, developing a social media strategy for yourself, and also what I recommend to authors also is to start a little before in advance. So let's not assume that you have written a book and once you launch it and it's going to start selling and become an instant success, because that does not happen. You have to work towards ARC, advanced review copies. So have your own network of starting with your close friends, families, colleagues, and your inner circle. Make them a part of your ARC strategy. So so starting with them, and then eventually, like, start developing a mailing list where you are regularly interacting with your audience, and then maybe pick some people from your mailing list, or maybe invite some people from social media or some bookstagram or influencers, who can give you advanced reviews. Because in my opinion, like, typically with whoever we work with, we aim that whenever our client's book launches, hopefully we'll have like 50 to 100 5-star reviews on Amazon on day one, because that can be very effective. That's social proof that your book is good, and that gives you some a little bit of initial traction. Because even if we send the audiences to like an Amazon page, and the page has probably like 2 or 3 reviews, and it's not as effective, versus a page which has 300 reviews, or a page like, in our case, like last year we marketed a book. Again, I'm not going to take any client's name, but this client has got around 1900 plus 5-star reviews on Amazon. So now that is something like very powerful, where you have like almost 2000 5-star reviews. Again, so it's been organic. It's been almost couple of years since her book launched, so, but like, you start off strong with 50 to 100 reviews, and then you build from there. Like, you start getting positive reviews, and then you work on your social media strategy, like, which is, the strategy can be divided into the pre-launch strategy as well as the post-launch strategy. So ARC, etc., is a part of your pre-launch strategy, and your post-launch strategy should include getting like more reviews, and putting more content out there on social media, and of course, like, leveraging platforms like Amazon ads and Facebook ads to drive targeted traffic to your Amazon page. And of course, like, having an optimized Amazon page for your book also helps a lot. So if you have a page which has like, nice images, and it features that, okay, that we have some good reviews, etc., and like, so those things definitely help you get like a little more traction.
Yeah. Wow, Ayush, thanks a lot. That was so detailed, great insights, so many things. But what I heard
And
the most is must have is an Amazon page, right, for an author?
of course,
Yeah.
so Amazon page is a must. And again, let me say this, like, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to type them in the comment box. I will try to answer as many questions like as people have, so we can keep this session dynamic and interactive as well.
Yes, definitely.
So,
So the audience questions will start around 5:30. The second half will be, only for the
okay,
audience. So yeah,
all right,
that
wonderful,
questions will be
wonderful.
from them. Yeah.
Sure, sure,
So,
sure.
this is like this was like a lot, right? And especially for, say, somebody who is not digitally savvy, or for whatever reason, they don't have such a huge social media following, like you said, or they're just averse to social media, let's just say. Okay. So the ones who are from this category, who just don't want to market their book, or they don't have a social media presence, or they don't even know where to start, right? What should such authors do? How do they go about marketing their book? What would you say to such authors?
uh, I would, like, advise, to be a little more social media savvy. But if you are not, that's fine too. Because like, we do have clients like, who, so I have this one client right now, like, who uh, is not very, like, keen on, putting content out on Instagram, on putting like, daily stories out, etc. Part of the reason is because this individual is a very busy individual. He's already, like, made his millions, and he has written the book, like, from his, because writing was his passion. And again, he has gone on like Chetan Bhagat's channel also, and recently said in an interview that yes, like, he basically discredited his Instagram account and said that I don't even have an Instagram. That's not the truth. He does have an Instagram, and we push the ads through Instagram, through his Instagram, so that's where, like, a marketing agency comes in. So, like, in that case, if you're not very social media savvy, if you don't want to do much of social media, again, I will not recommend that. I will recommend having a healthy social media presence and doing more collabs, etc. So like, in this case, the option that you have is two options you have. One is Amazon advertising. Do Amazon advertising, like, on related books and related authors. Be very, very thorough with your keyword research. And second would be, to run, like, maybe Facebook ads or Instagram ads. Maybe have like a good, maybe develop like a good video book trailer. So a trailer that gives like a wholesome overview about your book. And maybe, like, we can push that trailer out to, thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of readers, depending on your budget. So that ways you don't have to constantly engage with the audiences. Like, we will develop some initial creatives. For example, we might develop, some ads related to your books, that okay, that maybe some ads are testimonial ads. And again, this format, you guys all should know that, in terms of advertising, what we have seen is that the testimonial, reader focused testimonial ads, like, work really, really well. So, for example, you just highlight that, okay, that my book is about this. After that, just show, like, your reader testimonials in carousel slides. So then people see that, okay, yes, other people are appreciating this book. Maybe this book is worth checking out. So then run those ads. And once you have run those ads, then you can expect your book to get traction. Hopefully that answers your question, Jessica.
Yes, it does. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right.
Because I,
Great.
yeah, I have a lot of authors who ask me that, they just don't want to bother with social media. So what should you do? Because it just seems like the entire world is on social media now, right? So that is a big concern. All right. So just last question from me, and then I'll open the questions from the audience for you.
Sure.
So you mentioned that the best way to push ads on Instagram and Facebook, right? They're called, you use the paid promotion feature and you push the book through that, right? So now Facebook and Instagram both have their own budgets, right? There's this entire thing of how many days the ad will run for. You decide your target audience, you choose the budget per day, right? So talking about that feature, the budget per day feature, what would you say would be an ideal budget for marketing one book?
So again, I think this is too broad and, like, a little difficult to answer, because, so again, in my opinion, the ideal budget for marketing your book is, like, what you are comfortable spending. So it depends again from client to clients. For example, like, we have clients that spend maybe 50,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees, on Facebook ads, on Instagram. And then we have clients who have spent 50 lakh rupees to 1 CR, also. So again, it's like, it's a personal dynamic, of the author and their own comfort level, in terms of the spending that they choose, that they want to do with their Facebook ads and Instagram ads and Amazon ads. And it also depends on the author themselves, because
Ayush, we seem to have lost you. Ayush, are you there? Can anyone else hear Ayush?
we do have, like, starting budgets, as to, like, that you should start off with XYZ budget. But I think that maybe you market your book for a month and see the results and measure, and if it's working well for you, so based on that, you can allocate more budget towards your marketing. So I hope that answers Jessica's question.
All right, thank you. And hello, am I audible now? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, all right. I'm so sorry. I think there was a glitch on my end and I got logged out. Um, so yeah, I just had a last
No
question.
problem.
Yeah, I know I said last question before this, but I just can't resist this one and I'll open it to
Please
the
go ahead.
audience. All right. So AI, right? Artificial intelligence. It's everywhere now. It's a huge deal. And Chat GPT, oh my God, it's everywhere. Writers hate it, some love it, some use it, some don't. Some feel threatened that it might take our jobs, right? But the thing is, whether you love it or hate it, you can't ignore it. Is one thing we've learned about AI in general. So, what is your take on AI in the book marketing uh, industry? Should we use it? Should we not use it? Is it beneficial? Is it not? Like, what is your take on
Yes, yes, absolutely. So, my take on AI is that, like, AI is here to stay. Uh, you know, like, I think a few days or few weeks ago, like, we even had like Warren Buffett come in, and then he compared the AI to basically that, a breakthrough like nuclear energy and things like that. So the impact is huge, and we definitely cannot ignore AI. I think it would be unwise to ignore AI at this point of time. So, and again, like what happens is, there are a lot of misconceptions related to AI right now. For example, when you talk about AI, most people just think about Chat GPT and GPT-4, and that is AI, but not to the complete extent. So AI is a lot more. AI can help you develop your personal websites. There are website building tools which are currently using AI, and which can help you generate websites using no code. And again, there is AI which you can use for other functions in marketing also, such as video editing. For example, Adobe Firefly has come out, and Adobe Firefly is a very cutting edge video editing tool. And just last week, I had a discussion with my video editor also, where my video editor basically told me that Adobe Firefly can pretty much do everything that she does. So again, it's liberating also, because as creators, as creators, and like it's I think AI personally is very liberating for creators, because it's enabling you to do things which you were not able to do before. And technologies like GPT-4, etc., are really helping a lot, because again, in my opinion, like GPT-4 technology, etc., is not just for writing. It goes much beyond that. For example, you can use AI for data analytics. You can use AI for customer service. You can use AI for graphic design. You can use AI for web development. You can use AI for video editing, and of course, like you can use AI to enhance your social media strategies and things like that. So, in my opinion, I think AI, we should view it as a co-pilot, as a co-worker, or as an assistant, somebody who's assisting us, and to be more efficient, to develop more efficient workflows, and to be able to do things faster, and to be able to do things better. So I don't see why not, like we should not use it. So that's my take on AI right now. And I'm personally investing a lot of time in learning these technologies. Like I have taken some very expensive courses also on AI, like when I'm learning very advanced AI techniques, such as chain of thought, COT prompting, and progressive prompting. And for authors, so there are tools like Mid Journey which have come out, which can hopefully be used for book covers, etc. So again, I don't mean to put book cover designers out of business, but I'm just saying, that you can do like a lot with these tools. These tools are very powerful, and you need to learn how to master these tools. So I think learning to master these tools, and hopefully in the future, like when you have your own LLMs, trained, etc. So I think that will be a game changer for everyone. And yes, AI is a game changer for all the industries, including book marketing and including for authors. And yes, in the course also, I had a discussion with Chetan also around this, that in the course we are definitely going to have some AI tools also, show. We are also going to, like, look into a lot of AI tools which can help do a lot of things, different things that I was talking about.
Right. Wow. So you are pro AI. Safe to say you're pro AI, right?
100%, 100%.
Mm.
So like at least for now, before the killer robots come, till then I'm pro AI. After that, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Let's just hope Terminator remains a movie
Yes,
and does
yes, yes.
not.
As long as that scenario does not happen, and as long as AI remains a cheerful, helpful assistant, I'm 100% pro AI. But if in case if Terminator thing starts happening, then no, no, no. Let's shut it down.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Ayush. I'm going to open up to questions from the audience now. So just going to read out
Sure,
questions from the chat quickly. So
sure.
Vaibhav says, Ayush, amazing insights. If I understood you correctly, you recommend Facebook and Amazon advertising in India. How about YouTube advertising? Have you tried it and has it worked? Or should we stick to Facebook and Amazon? Is his question.
That's a great question, Vaibhav. Like, and in terms of like book marketing, so YouTube advertising can be very effective if you have a good trailer, if you have like a good book trailer, and if you need like traction to that trailer. So then yes, like YouTube advertising can be quite effective, but you definitely need like a very, very strong trailer, which kind of will want to want which will make people want to buy the book. So in that case, like, YouTube advertising is recommended. Or maybe in case if an author goes to a podcast, and where you're having very insightful, engaging discussions, or if you want to increase your YouTube subscribers, so in that case, like, YouTube advertising can work well. But in my opinion, YouTube advertising works well to get more subscribers. So if getting more subscribers is your goal, I think it can work very wonderfully well, especially if you're putting out content regularly, or if you have a very good book trailer that you want to put it out there.
All right. I hope that answers your question, Weber. Or you gave a thumbs up. Great. Thank you, Weber.
So
All right. The next question is from Zahara. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Just so sorry if I'm not. Using Kaizen, you said do advertising for a month and then assess. What percentage of your total marketing budget should you spend on this first month of trial marketing?
Zara, like, again, that depends, on your comfort level. Like, as I said, like, we never push people out of their comfort zone, especially when it comes to like marketing spend. So in my opinion, I think the first month of budget should be like, what you're comfortable spending. And like, after spending, so one thing that you can do is track your book rank on Amazon, that how your book is ranking, whether if the book rank is moving, if you have reached like maybe the top 2,000, 1,500 ranks, etc. And then based on that, like, and how many copies are selling, the data obviously which you can get from your publishers. So based on that assessment, like, you can take a call on your marketing spend. Having said that, like, most of our clients, they have like certain budgets in their mind. So again, it's a very individual thing. as I said, that some people are comfortable with spending 50K, some people are comfortable spending 50 lakhs, for their entire book marketing, advertising spend. So again, it all depends on your comfort, and what you can, what you want to spend.
All right. So,
Hopefully that answers Zara's question.
question, yes. She actually has a follow-up question to that. Is there an absolute minimum amount? And if your budget is above that, then what percentage should you spend? Is Zahara's question. The follow-up question.
So so we don't I don't really have an absolute minimum amount in my mind right now. But I would say, that if you want to look into the minimum figure, then I would say at least, if you want to see some sort of impact, some sort of results, maybe between 750 to 1,500 rupees a day is, and that's like the bare minimum key. I think this is what you can start off with, and then consistently review the performance and then increase your budgets.
Okay. Thank you, Ayush. That was very specific. I hope that answers your question, Zahara. Okay, the next one is from Nina. She's asking, oh, please repeat. Sorry?
Sorry, I was just, wanting to understand in terms of, is there a framework, right, which is a mix of the number of days versus, the number of readers, or, how does one think about it, right? An absolute amount is an absolute amount, but that's not what I'm talking about. Is relating that amount to the outcomes you're trying to achieve. Is there some kind of sort of framework to think about that, is what I'm trying to get at. If at all, and if not, then that's fine.
Sure. Can you repeat, Sarah? I think I lost you for the last 15 seconds.
Sorry. Is this better? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So I was saying that, is there a framework that we can sort of think about, right? Instead of just an absolute amount, how do you think about this? Do you think about, okay, how many readers do I want to reach? Or, is there sort of some kind of conversion rate, and therefore how much should I spend? Or how does one think about it, right? Because you could come up with the amount that is needed, but what is the amount that's actually needed? Is there a sort of a framework, is what I'm trying to get at, that one can sort of think about?
Yes, great question. So again, so the framework is basically, when you are launching your book, so advertising is just one aspect, so you are doing a number of numerous activities. For example, even the publisher is promoting your book, and your book is listed on Amazon, and then you are driving readers to your Amazon page, etc. So I think what I think matters in the first month, especially, some particular number of copies. In that case, I would say that, are you able to sell your first 1,000 copies, 2,000 copies, or 3,000 copies? So I think you have to focus towards that, and that's why I said that you concentrate on your Amazon book rank. That what your rank is, and based on that, you will have to tweak your campaign spends and things like that. So because we have seen, for example, in some of our some cases, we have seen that once the clients reduce their budget, so in and it again matters on what kind of readers you're targeting. For example, is your book like a crime fiction thriller mystery book, or is your book like a self-help book, or is your book like a spiritual book, or is your book like a health and wellness book? So again, different categories of readers will we will have different target audiences. So we go about and develop multiple target audiences. So there is a lot of testing, etc., also that goes behind the scenes. And we might test 3 or 4 target audiences. So the initial period when you start marketing a book is dedicated towards testing your audiences and testing the messaging also which you have put out. Again, for example, we might develop different kind of ads. As I said during the beginning of this workshop also, that one format which I have seen works always well all the time is the testimonial focused ads, like where you have your reader focused reviews focused on your ads, and so those tend to work really really well because social, that is social proof. But aside from that, like if you have an exceptional book trailer, or if you have an exceptional story, so again it's about what your book is about, what the messaging is like, and who you are targeting to. And based on that, you measure the outcomes by measuring your book sales, how many copies you're selling, and the Amazon rank of the book. So hopefully that answers your question, Zara. So I think we have a few more questions.
Question. Hello. Yeah. Can you hear me, Ayush? Hello.
So I think Jessica is on mute. Yes, yes.
No, I unmuted myself, but can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm having some network issues, and my video and audio is
I think
lagging.
your connection is dropping off a little bit.
Yes.
No issues.
Yeah, it is.
No,
All right. So you can hear me, right? Hello.
yes, I can hear you. Your and the push that you would get from your publisher. So these are two things. So for example, like if you're putting the book out there, on your own personal channels like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc. But again, I understand that this might be a little bit of a general advice. So in your case, like if your graphic novel is short stories revolving around urban life, so I would say that that maybe like you can create like some engaging content around your book. Maybe develop some storytelling creatives, etc., around that, and that could be used on your social channels. Aside from that, like you could look into similar books on Amazon and start targeting like readers of those similar books. So again, in your case, like I think you have to target readers like who are readers of graphic novel, or or like short stories around urban life.
All right. I hope
So
that answers your question.
Yeah. Thank you, Ayush. Thank you very much.
thank
But I wanted
thank
to
you,
know
Nita.
one more thing, that how to
Yes.
target a similar reader. Like I didn't get it exactly how to do it.
So you want to learn that how to target like basically um, like readers of reader
Of similar
basically like
genre, or maybe
similar. Okay. So do you have like a list of similar authors in mind, like that similar books or similar authors?
yeah, a few are there. Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful. So yes, so that is your starting point, Nita. So you start researching with similar books and similar authors which are out there, and then you start targeting followers and readers of those books and novels. So that has always been effective, especially on Amazon. So if you're targeting similar books, similar authors, etc., so that can work very well on Amazon. And on like social media as well, you can analyze that what kind of content they put out, and what kind of content is getting good engagement from their readers. And then maybe you can start developing your own marketing strategy on how you want to put your content out in front of the readers. So that could be like either you can develop an extensive social media strategy where you're doing maybe 5 or 6 posts a week. You're posting like couple of stories every day, so and then you're getting organic traction. And then aside from that, like you can also uh, create some ads, maybe develop a book on YouTube and post the book trailer on Facebook ads, and push like the readers also, direct the readers also from Instagram and Facebook to Amazon ads. And I understand that it might not be like a very in-depth reply. Again, that is also during because of the time constraints that we have. And but this is something that I think I will be going very in depth around the course as well, as to like how we develop like our develop our target audience. So one of the things I think starting step I would say is look into your reader persona, and again, put yourselves in the shoes of your ideal reader. Think about like what kind of content they consume, what kind of content they like, and then start developing that kind of content.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Sure, Neeta.
All right, great. Thank you for that, Ayush. And I'm just going to keep my video off for the benefit of the network. So the last question now. I know there are a lot of questions in the chat section, but I'm so sorry, we only have time for one more. So Vaibhav is asking, which gives better ROI, Facebook ads or Amazon ads? My genre is health, self-help, or nonfiction.
Okay, wonderful. That's a terrific question, Weber. So again, it's up to testing. So both platforms are very good. For example, like if you're in the health and self-help and non-fiction, and you want to develop your own like personal brand also, and I think that can be important because in the future, like you might come up with more books, or come up with more courses, or like come up with more content around this. So in that case, like Facebook and Instagram ads, of course, can help you a little more as well, to get traction for your own personal self, to establish you as an authority and as a thought leader in the space. And Amazon ads, of course, they are more targeted, and they are more direct towards like targeting similar books and similar authors, etc. So Amazon ads might have a better ROI in terms of the direct sales, but like Facebook and Instagram ads may have like a very good direct impact on developing your structure, and giving your personal brand also a boost, and which might set you up for future success as well. For example, like as you mentioned that you are a health coach, and again, what I've seen with the health coaches is like we have worked with health coaches and self-help authors, or etc. in the past as well. And one thing that they all benefit greatly from is mailing lists. So developing, so not developing a mailing list, and again, that can be done very effectively through Facebook ads and Instagram ads. Like all you need is a very good hyper targeted landing page, and give like some information for free. And so in my case, like I would go a little beyond Facebook and Amazon ads. I would develop like I would focus a little towards developing your own mailing list as well, working on your personal brand to establish yourself as a thought leader. And of course, like so it would be a marketing mix between these three. And again, like the adjustments can be made dynamically, because all these platforms are very flexible in terms of adjusting the advertising spend, and which is a great thing. So you're not stuck with it. There's no commitment ki, okay, now you have to spend an X amount here, or a Y amount here. So it all depends on like your own comfort level and your own targeted outcomes. So hopefully that answers your question, Beppa.
All right. Yeah. Great. Thanks, Ayush. Just quickly, yeah, Vaibhav is giving us a thumbs up. Thanks, Vaibhav. Quickly squeezing in a last question.
Yes.
Nina is asking, please repeat the name of the AI tool you said is useful for authors in particular.
Yes, Nina, great question. So there are a lot of AI tools, of course, like which are useful for authors, and everybody in general, but I think if you are referring to graphic design, and I think Midjourney is a great tool, and then there is another tool called Leonardo.ai, or like I might be, yes, I think it's Leonardo. Leonardo is free. Midjourney, I think it's paid. It's like around $10 per month. And then another tool which I mentioned was Adobe Firefly, which is for video editing, like especially if you're developing, book, like if you're developing video content, etc., and then you need B rolls and a little bit of advanced editing, etc. So Adobe Firefly is a great tool for that. And aside from that, like I think there are a lot of tools, like which are coming in, like there are like a lot of GPT based assistants, etc. So I think specifically like from book purposes, like I would say Adobe Firefly for video editing, Midjourney, and then there is one more tool called Stock IMG. Stock IMG, I believe, is for graphic design, like to design like book covers, etc. And then if you're looking to develop like logos for your personal brand, etc. So there's a logo building AI tool called Look A or Look A, I don't know, LOOKA. So you can look into Luca.com as well for logo creators, etc. So yes, and then I think there are presentation creation tools like Gamma.ai, and like Designs.ai, Beautiful.ai. So like if you're looking to develop, presentations or stories, so you can look into these tools as well. So hopefully that answers Nina's questions.
Yes, great.
Yes, thanks, please. Thank you so much.
Sure, Nina.
Great. Thank you so much, Ayush. Over to Chetan now. We'll just quickly
Okay.
do the word count tracker, and track the progress of our group's writing progress over the week.
Wonderful, sure.
Yeah.
Hi, Ayush. Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Chetan here. I'm standing just outside the Himalayan Writing Retreat. You can see where we're at. So that's the retreat itself. We have a full house right now with the teens writing workshop, but we'll have our creative writing and our nonfiction writing workshops in July. I did look at the word count tracker, and it looks like it's been very solid progress. We are at almost 5 lakh words. As always, there are a few people who are doing incredible work in terms of how many words they've been able to write. So as I scroll through this, I can see Lee is at 80, Lena is at 42, Nita at 17. So lots of people. Shubha at 15, Sudhir at 22, Tanvi at 17, Vaibhav at 19. So lots of people who seem to have crossed into some seriously large numbers. I'm not seeing Arunima here. Yeah, so lots and lots of very good action. The one who's really at the top of the heap, of course, is Arunima Tenzin Tara. She's at 106,442 words. So makes everybody else envious, of course. But this is all writing and her first draft, so it's pretty phenomenal. So absolutely wonderful to see all this action and all this movement. We are going to have a bonus session of sorts with Shranaya. She is the author of Desperately Seeking Shah Rukh Khan. That will be next week on Sunday. It's not really part of the FDC, and we'll be putting it out everywhere. But we'll share the link in this group, and you're all welcome to join. And my last request is that if you've had a good time with this and if you found value, we'll request you to add, and share a review for us on HWR Online. I've just shared the review link on WhatsApp. And so that brings us to the close of the HarperCollins FDC for May actually, which is stretched into June. And so I guess it's time to say farewell.
Great. Thank you, Chetan. And thank you so much, Ayush. Those insights were invaluable. And I hope our audience has found it as useful as well. I will share the link to the blog that Ayush has written for us, the Himalayan Writing Retreat, which is the ultimate book marketing guide for authors in India, on our WhatsApp group as well. Do take a look. And if you like this session, also take a look at Ayush's upcoming course. And yeah, thank you. And lots of thank yous for you, Ayush, in the comment section. So
Wonderful. It's an honor, it's an honor to host this session for you guys. And I think we had a very nice, engaged audience. So thanks to everyone, Nina, Weber, Neeta, and, everyone who joined, Chandrika. So it was really wonderful, hosting all of you here and all of those who asked great questions like Zahara, etc. So again, it's been an honor. Thank you so much.
all right. All right, guys. See you then. Bye-bye.